Time to cocoon. I'm super excited. Today we're going to share a practice that we can do with a lot of pillows. We can do it in our bed. We can take on the blankets. And honestly, it's my favorite way to practice yoga, especially at the end of the day. And today I have a very special intention that's going to benefit us a lot, which is the releasing of shame. There's a separate video we made on what is shame and how it's trying to protect us and how to work with it. And this specific session is to integrate it and to once and for all believe and truly feel that there is nothing wrong with us. We are beautiful, we are blessed, and we're going to feel and embrace that energy into our body. So bring everything you need to get cozy, wear cozy clothes or whatever, wear no clothes, whatever you want, whatever is more comfortable. You are with yourself now, and there's no need to be ashamed about anything. So let's take the cards that we can possibly use. If you don't have the cards, these are cards that mention all the meridians and all the energy of every pose. And today we'll be working on the hip region to release any stagnant emotional energy and connect it with a heart awareness. We'll be working with 20, 24, 27, and 30 of the deck. And essentially we're going to combine at the end the legs up the wall with the straddle position, so a very special one to finalize and to really get cozy and feel a little bit more free into our lives. So we're gonna start today seated cross-legged for a moment, and honestly what my practice looks like many times is to just have the blanket around, or I like to also put it over my head sometimes because this helps to create a more cocooning motion and really close off your energy from the external world. You can even use a blanket in a color that supports for example, rooting, so you can use a red blanket or other colors. Yes. But for now, just sit comfortable and relax your shoulders. And we're going to start with a little bit of tapping today. If you feel more comfortable sitting against the wall or putting pillows underneath your buttocks, do whatever is comfortable for you. You are here to serve you, and we are here to support you. I am here today to support you in that. So get started with inviting a deep feeling of presence and welcoming ourselves and all our feelings, all our thoughts, and all that has happened today, all that is still happening into our internal space, and starting to pave the way for more acceptance and more presence by tapping with the fingers on the center of the chest, awakening to a deeper, heartfelt awareness. So you're just gonna tap, breathe slowly, and repeat with me. You can always do it in your own language. The affirmations work very well in your own mother tongue. So you can say something like, I fully welcome myself. I welcome myself the way I am. I welcome all that I am and all that I feel. I'm proud of myself for showing up, for giving myself this time, this space, and this energy. So keep on tapping a little longer. Breathe in and out. And repeat with me once more. I welcome all that I am and all that I'm feeling. My shame is paving the pathway for self-acceptance and healing. And that healing is not just for ourselves, but all our ancestors, our family. If we change something in ourselves, it affects our loved ones inevitably. So keep breathing a bit more. Feel where you can release a bit more. Nice. And then just release the hands onto the knees. If you're sitting onto pillows, remove them for a bit and just take a few big circles with your navel around your sitting bones. So just moving forward and back, forward and back. And breathing the other direction as well. Breathing, breathing. And then we're going to come to the center. And we're going to start with straightening the left leg and keep the right leg bent. And we're going to start just with putting, first of all, the right foot to the floor and just dropping a few times the knee out and in. So from external to internal rotation. Out and in. Out and in. Out and in. Breathe in and breathe out. Breathe in and breathe out. Let's take a few more breaths. The next time you're going to breathe in and open. Place the foot to the inside of the left leg. Maybe support the right knee with a cushion or anything that makes more comfortable. If there's a lot of tension to the back of the left leg, you can support it as well. It's really about making our cocoon safe and supportive for releasing any anxiety and any shame residing in our field. So you can come slowly forward. You can take even more pillows to support yourself. It's really about comfort today. And then try to stay here and support the head either on a pillow or on your hands. And try to feel your two buttocks, your two sitting bones firmly planted into the floor. I'm going to try to release the jaw, release the neck, and release the shoulders. Try and soften into the hips. And instead of judging or criticizing any sentiments we're having, physically or mentally, we're going to try to channel an energy of acceptance, learning to direct our energy in the desired reality, in the desired way we want to feel. And instead of putting it outside of ourselves, invite it, embrace it as it's there already. So breathing a few more breaths. And instead of pushing away shame, call forth self-acceptance. By maybe choosing even one of the lines I said or we said before, and the feeling it calls forward. So it's never about the words, but the associations of that word, what we feel saying those words. The memories it taps into. As words are secondary to experience. There are ways to name it, but they can never replace it. So focus on the feeling. How is it for you to feel acceptance? And if that doesn't work, just focus on the breath and cultivate presence. And then getting ready to slowly come out. And we're going to try to now place the right knee on top of the left, and you can still support the left knee if you were supporting it and you felt some pressure there or tension there. If you feel like you can go deeper, you can also bend the left leg in the full shoelace. And you might sit onto something, sit onto a pillow, but make yourself as comfortable as you can, knees on top of each other. Connecting with the breath, sitting into the center. We're going to be here, trying to connect the breath into the heart and belly. And deepen that connection. Every time we are breathing. You try for the coming breaths to soften a bit more where you can. And soften in the recognition of your own intentions. It's not about stopping those thoughts or those feelings from coming up, but your ability to hold them, see them as they're arising, not feeding into the feelings of shame, but breathing into them. Creating space around them. I'm going to take a few more breaths. Be graceful with yourself for all that you're feeling and all that's happening. And then we're going to switch the legs. So take a moment, and it might be nice to shake your legs a bit or just rub them or just hold for a moment. But this is really about you at the end of the day, giving yourself space to be whatever you want to be. The whole day is already about being all those things. Just be you and embrace you in the best way you can. And we're going to do, first of all, trying to shift immediately left knee over right. So you can feel the immediate difference as we have a slightly different sequence to come in left and right side, but we'll do the same positions, just a different order. So staying here. If you needed to straighten that right leg, maybe support it with a cushion, you can. And then we're just gonna connect to gravity, inviting presence within the boundaries of the body, and letting every exhalation soften. Remember the feelings you are calling forth on the tapping on the beginning of the session, and recommit to that intention. And when you are folding a bit more, come slowly out and transition to straighten now the right leg out and keeping the left leg bent. And starting with the rhythm of the breath, just dropping the knee a few times in and out. So inhalation, external rotation, exhalation, internal rotation. maintaining the relationship with the breath and ensuring we're not feeling this on the knee. We're really letting it come from the hip and the energy circulate in our emotional center. And then placing the left foot to the inside of the right knee, support as much as you need with cushions and everything, the blanket around, and trying to come in fold. And you can drop the head down onto a cushion or onto your hands. We're going to be here quiet to just be the silent observer of your thoughts. And just seeing them pass by as we're establishing here a deeper connection with the energy of acceptance. I accept myself. I love myself. And not just the words, but the feelings that it provokes. And then we're going to slowly come out. So take your time. Do what you need, whatever feels good for you now. Because we're going to finish with the legs up the wall. If you don't have a wall, you can just bring the legs up slightly bent. But if you can shuffle yourself against a wall or anything that serves as a wall, if you have a higher bed frame, you can do it as well. And then you're just going to shuffle a cushion close to the wall and shuffle it under your hips as you're going to enter here with the legs up. And we're going to try to open the legs now against the wall. So you can also keep them slightly bent if it's more interesting for you, but we're trying to extend. Possibly you just want to shuffle some cushions underneath the legs as well. But we're going to be here and you can support your head if it feels more comfortable to have a head support. It's really about comfort here, putting the blanket over you. And sometimes I even like to put an extra weight as a cushion or something on my belly to have this extra sense of grounding or just using the hands. And this position, especially the opening and facing upward with our yin side, with the vulnerable parts of our body, can provoke many feelings, but know that whatever comes up, you are ready to connect to and to look at. But if it's too much, you can always change the position, be super compassionate with yourself, never forcing in your own space, but also no need for avoiding. You can just naturally open up to whatever comes up. And we're going to be here breathing, trying to soften an exhalation and surrender to gravity. And once again, connect our hips, our belly, and our heart to reconnect with our affirmation that helps us to transform shame into self-acceptance. This can be something like I accept myself, I honor my efforts, and we're going to be here in the silence for another minute or so, just breathing into the sensation, not manipulating the breath, but just letting the exhale be the opportunity to let go. And then when you're getting ready to go to bed, take your time, just close the legs slowly or keep your legs straight up the wall or turn onto your side. But for the coming 2 to 3 minutes, just be as comfortable as you can wherever you are. So we're going to seclude the session in our more preferred way and integrate our intention and motivation to transform shame. So wherever you choose to seclude today, take time to honor your efforts with some deeper breaths. And give yourself permission to fully open up to who you are in a state of self-acceptance. We want to thank you for showing up, and we truly hope this practice was helpful. Please stay just where you are, and wishing you a beautiful evening or night. Thank you.